along with another OPP officer, Gabriel Cruz, submitted the evidence that the coronavirus does not even exist. So unless you have evidence that it has been purified and or isolated, then you have no evidence of anything that you're doing. There's no man or woman before the court that has a verified claim against me, and I have no contract. Unless you're claiming that I'm your property, you can't administer property without right. You need to honorably discharge this. This is my last and final appearance in your jurisdiction.
All right.
Okay, and this Ontario Court of Justice is again in session.
Good afternoon, Your Worship. Feeney and SLS, Municipal Prosecutor for the City of Barrie. I'm here on your solitary 2:30 matter. I know the time is getting on today. I'm here on the matter of pushing ink. I see two gentlemen in the courtroom, and I believe one of them is Mr. Russo.
Yes, good afternoon. So, Mr. Russo, we're here today. This is a sort of informal meeting just to, I understand it's your desire to go to trial, and it's to sort of flush out any matters that can be decided ahead of time to make the trial more expeditious and fair, and get anything that needs to be decided ahead of time.
Your Worship, just before you continue, I'm just wondering that I see another gentleman here, Your Worship, is listed on the Christopher James. I'm just wondering about the individual's function here today and whether or not the individual is a potential witness or a legal representative. I'm just wondering about their status.
I'd like to speak. First off, I want to get the Mr. struck in. I'm Jamie of the Russo family. You can address me as either the man before the court or Jamie. Did you receive my paperwork? Actually, first off, can I get the name of the woman acting as the Justice of the Peace? For my records, please.
Jennifer Robinson.
Okay, and did you receive the paperwork that I submitted into the court on the 28th or the 27th, I believe?
Yes, I have.
Okay, perfect. So in those, before we go any further, none of those 4 questions have been answered to myself. So I do not consent to the jurisdiction of the court. You have not produced any evidence, and it hasn't come forward. There's no verified claim before the court, and I do not have a contract with anyone before the court that has been raising any allegations against me whatsoever. So Christopher James is also here as my consultant, and I can have anybody in the courtroom to assist me that I deem fit.
Worship, my only concern is trial integrity, and if the individual, Mr. James is going to witness.
This matter needs to be discharged immediately. You do not have any evidence whatsoever. In the paperwork that I sent before the court, I have presented evidence. Christopher James is here because this man, along with another OPP officer, Gabriel Cruz, submitted the evidence that the coronavirus does not even exist. So unless you have evidence that it has been purified and or isolated, then you have no evidence of anything that you're doing. There's no man or woman before the court that has a verified claim against me, and I have no contract. Unless you're claiming that I'm your property, you can't administer property without right. You need to honorably discharge this court in your jurisdiction.
All right. Question about whether the gentleman who's marked as an observer, Christopher James, if you could just
answer that, really.
Okay, and I'll just ask you, man before the court, to be quiet while I'm speaking. If you can *6 to unmute, Mr. James. Could you just state your name for the record, please?
My name is Christopher James. I am the man that has filed the evidence surrounding the COVID-19 SARS-2 is a fraud against all the people. This is very serious. Gabriel Prue and myself have put our lives on the line under penalty of death if what we've claimed is not true. And the evidence package has been provided to all of you. That's why this is much more serious than this theater that's going on surrounding Pushing Inc. We have a very serious problem in our country right now. We've all been lied to here, and that's why I'm appearing simply.
Okay, so because the concern is that you would be required to provide evidence in a trial. And if that's the case, then we can't have you sitting in on the pretrial because it's going to affect your ability to be a witness.
The evidence is regardless, the evidence that's before everybody here today is verified. It has nothing to do with me being a witness. This is verified evidence that the virus has never been isolated. All in a lot of trouble here right now, all of us. So as you as an honorable woman that's acting as part of the justice system, and a man comes before you, and I've laid a claim, not a complaint, and it's verified and it's backed up, and I'm prepared for my life and Gabriel up, an OPP officer. This is how serious this is. You've got to produce the evidence right now, as Jamie has said, that you have evidence that's been isolated. And we've got multiple FOIs that it's never been isolated nowhere in this country or the world. And that's why how serious this is. We need your assistance on this to move this up the chain of command as quickly as possible because people's lives are at stake here. This is what this is about.
All right, well, that's where you're wrong, or not. This is a charge, an allegation, which has not been proven in a court of justice yet, that is before the court. There's no requirement that anyone consents to the jurisdiction. Jurisdiction has been established by the court. It is properly before the court. In terms of no evidence, I'm going to ask, have you received the disclosure from the prosecutor, the man before the court?
I received the disclosure conditionally that there was evidence that there was a verified claim set against me, or that I had a contract working with anybody that has been before me in these allegations of the potential. It's a potential charge, which is ridiculous. And there has been no verified claim, nor a contract that I have signed, and I do not consent to the jurisdiction of this court, and it has not been established. We're standing in a common law matter, and there is no jurisdiction. There's no man or woman that has claimed a verified claim that I've created trespass against them, wrong or harm, and there's no crime that has been committed.
Worship, on the notion of disclosure, I have to say that disclosure is complete. However, in reviewing and in preparing for today's pretrial, I reviewed the public realm video that was posted by the man Jamie Russo, and I noticed that a municipal law enforcement officer was standing there. So I contacted that officer, who is Brian Keene, and asked if he had made notes, and he did, so he forwarded them to me. There's 3 pages of notes, Your Worship, that I've received. So that is the only outstanding disclosure to my knowledge, and I'll ensure that Mr. Russo gets that forthwith.
All right.
So is this evidence of a verified claim that I created harm to another man or woman?
He's a witness to the event, sir, and he made
A witness to the event, but is there a verified claim that I've caused harm to anybody? Because if I have not, then I have not committed a crime. The potential to do something is the most ridiculous crime that you could ever try and get anybody on. So unless you have answered any of those 4 questions that I've repeated considerably and put in the paperwork onto the public record, then you have no way of moving this court forward. If these charges are not discharged immediately before the court, I will be moving claim and court forward on everybody liable retroactive. This is my last and final appearance.